What was your worst barber experience?
Drunk customer, probably. He just super drunk, sweating, and when you're drunk, you're just doing the most. So.
What was your worst client experience?
Oh, my sister, fiance. He wanted his haircut so perfect. So I said, you know what? I cut it all off. And he got mad. I said, well, you're good. You ain't got to come back here no more. And that was it.
Hey, it's your girl Carlette, and welcome to another episode of The Chair. Today we're going to be continuing our conversation with Tyson Cotton and Deon Rodgers about mentorship and education. So let's take a listen. Oh my gosh. No, you're right though. I think those are all key components, and that's why it's so necessary, I believe, for everybody to contribute. Like, everybody has to put their hands to the plow, because we all have unique gifts and talents that we can offer to these kids, and we have different access points to connect with them, you know, and to share. Cool.
Well, I think I would reiterate what Tyson said. If the violence is going down. So I'm a 90s baby around here, and 92, 93, if you look, I think we were like 70 plus murders. And I can't contribute. I just think we have Rochester, it's a change, it's something in the air. A change I really believe is coming. It was just, and I see people thinking differently, people being more self-conscious. But again, I have to go back. In order for our city to rise to where it needs to be, we have to tackle the education and the struggles, the RCSD, Rochester City School District. We must, I believe, this is very important on this next superintendent selection, that we get it right. Who's going to lead our children, and not just the superintendent. Yeah, we need that leader, but I think like what's happening, our successes like School 17, East High School, need to be modeled or shared throughout the district of how to bring struggling schools and to successful schools, or move that needle. One thing you mentioned Buffalo earlier on, and this is, I didn't know, I visited a CTE school in Buffalo in the early fall, and Buffalo was in a similar situation what Rochester was 5 or 6 years ago, and as they closed schools, Buffalo would not, I didn't know this, Buffalo would not open a school unless it had a CTE track.
Wow.
And right now what's happening from New York State CTE is that students are able, for internships or CTE classes, are able to take a Skills USA exam, which Wage 1 Regents exam. So it's creating a different pathway for students to graduation.
I know with School 17, a big component is they have a lot of partnerships. And even with East, it's partnership with the U of R. Is that what you think is necessary for the district to get on track? Yeah. Like external partnerships, and obviously some of it's financial as well.
I think it takes a different thing. I know School 17 and East are focused on the community school model. And then with the community school is opening up the doors, but then taking a holistic view at how can you service the children 24/7, not just the time that, and that means servicing the families.
Yeah.
I know East, next year, East is opening up a barber shop in the school that students will be able to go get haircuts. Students also, they're opening up a dentist shop where students will be able, by the Eastman dental students will be working. And also we have optics class where at East that kids throughout the district receive free classes. So that's taking a holistic view. It'd be like, if, you know, have you ever had a toothache before? Once you have a toothache, no learning takes place. You shut down. You can't see. Yeah, you can't see. Or that kid right there, or for whatever reasons they can't afford to get a nice haircut, but they get that haircut. How I'm gonna feel after here? Or I feel like my confidence level then went up.
No,
So
100%.
it's not, but take those. I often go at kids who are failing now, or haven't been at school. I don't go at them anymore of why ain't you passing these classes, or why are you failing? What is the barrier that you have in front of you that are stopping for you to reach your greatness?
Do you ask the kids that?
Yeah.
What do they tell you?
They'll speak to you. They'll say, hey man, I got to get my little brother on the bus. My mom and dad got to go to work at 6 o'clock, and my little brother got to get to school. Who's gonna do that? We all got to pay. They got to pay the bills, or one thing we did at East, some kids used to say, I'm hungry. The school lunch is makes me go to the bathroom and make me want to throw it right up. The kids, I was like, well, we got to fix the lunches then. You know what I'm saying? One thing I often do, I keep snacks in my office. I take that seriously. Kid, you hungry? How you gonna learn? How you gonna? If you hungry, your stomach, how you gonna learn? That's just basic.
It's basic. Yeah.
That's basic. You like, I need to, I need to do this, and you're not focused, or it's taking, and there's no excuse. A lot of our kids deal with trauma. A lot of our kids and trauma, and I told you, it starts before birth. If you look at, as the baby is in the womb, as a mother going through a stressful, birth, throughout, the mother is, living in poverty. So the baby's not getting the right nutrition, the right fruits. The one thing Rochester, with the success of Rochester, people don't talk about our district in early childhood education.
Yeah.
We are a model for
We
the
are.
nation. So I'm hoping we got to hang our hat on that and say, what is the transformation?
So what happens? Like, what's the hang up between like pre-K to third grade, and then it's like from there it just drops off?
If I knew that, I'd be the next superintendent. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you.
We need you to get that answer.
I know. I got theories on it. It's the trauma, and because I'm a proponent of K through 12 education, like similar to what World Inquiry School 58 has. And the reason why I say that is because I want to be able to, the kids, and with consistent adults there, I want to be able to say, okay, we got little Deon. Little Deon, we know something is going on with little Deon. He's usually not like that. We've had little Deon since he was in kindergarten, but he's in 4th grade. Now he's getting suspended. Now he doesn't, he's just rebellion. But something happened where we have so many kids are being moved to, okay, 1 year they're at this school, or what's happening right here, 1 year this teacher's gone, this administrator. These relationships are being just put to the side, so we had no consistency. So if I'm the principal, if I'm the teacher, and Lil Deon, I know Lil Deon, and I see him all the way through up, we're able to support. Lil Deon is probably more comfortable to come to me and being able to talk to me about real life issues, because trust has been built. Right now, how many, I can remember, and when I went to school, even in high school, it's like my older brother then was grooming me, like, okay, you're gonna have Miss Johnson class, she don't play, she don't do this. That's not happening, because right now, Miss Johnson is only doing 2 or 3 years here. Or we have failing schools in the district that says, okay, 50% of your staff must be removed. So I'm gonna go send 50% of your staff over here this year, and that other 50% gonna come here. It's a shuffling game. One thing I can say about the district, I'm here to stay. I would say, and how I live my life, wherever I've been in my life, my personal obligation is to leave it better than when I arrived. So that's whatever school, whatever program, whatever thing. So I figure if I've done that, if I've left it better, left something that surpasses me in my life, that I can say, okay, we have this program or this is right by kids, and you know, I can, you know, I'm okay with that. You know, I don't, you know, I'm not looking at just graduation rate. That's not my over and all. I'm looking at, you know, again, are we creating productive people? Yeah, we want everyone to graduate. That's a given. But are we producing, even if you graduate, what is that degree worth? You know, it's like, you know, sometimes we can't have students graduating and reading at you know, a 6th grade reading level or students that graduate and we haven't prepared them and they go to someone's college or university and they fall out. I want people, if you graduate from East High School, this degree was that you ready to go conquer the world, whatever you want to do. Or any Rochester City School, it should be that such. You graduate from the Rochester City School District? Oh, we know you're ready. We know you're ready. That's what we had to get to.
I had a number of friends who are professors say the kids that they get, they can't read, or they don't know how to formulate a proper sentence. Just some of the writing they're really surprised about, and they spend most of their time working with them on the basic level than actually teaching.
So many kids in our district sometimes end up spending their first college year taking remedial classes, classes no credit bearing. Why don't we start kids while they're in school more of having the opportunity to take college coursework before they get to, while they're in high school, like they're doing at early college right now. As East too, they're doing. But I would say, as a graduate of Rochester City School District, my freshman year I struggled. It wasn't. I was used to, hey, paper due on Monday. Oh, I can hand it in on Friday. I tried that with a professor, no mas. No, your favorite. But I spent all night writing this. Nope. It was due then, and you know, my first year, you know, I struggled. I really had to, you know, go in those reading rooms I used to have in the library where you close the door, you get the key, and you just go in there. You know, or back then that we didn't have the laptops. You had to go to the library for the computer. We just, you know, buckle it down and taking education serious. I was a black scholar. I was on honor roll, and I got on the college campus just, you know, books that my counterparts had read, and it was coming from many suburban schools. The professor were thinking we had read these books, and I'm sitting there nodding, like don't even know what he said. And Freud says this. Who's Freud? You know, you're like, yeah, it was Freud. Yeah. It was Fred. Like Fred, nah, Freud. But then have to really, you know, but you have to be a champion for your own education. I tell kids, it made me more hungrier actually, because I was like, I didn't know this, so it was like being locked out of something. So I was like, I even got to go harder now. Be a lifelong learner. That's what I try to impart with the kids. Learn something every day when you walk out your house. If you ain't learned something, you ain't new, then it's a waste. Every day I learn something. Like today I learned something.
What'd you learn today?
Oh, I learned what a barbershop is. You know what I said? I learned what a barber. I didn't know the barbershop was here. You know what I said? And now I impart that. I'll be able to say some kids, you know, hey, you know, it's back. I know kids that live all the way through. You know, it's good people over there. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm able to, you know, friends of mine come from out of town, or I'll be back, be able to say, oh, you know, this is good people. Let's support one another. Oh, I'm sharp. Look at that fade. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching another episode of The Chair. And remember, you too can make an impact in a young person's life. So make sure that you like this video, share it, tweet it, comment below, subscribe. I would love to hear from you. Until the next time, you can see who's next in the chair.